Hello, everybody. Welcome to DeWitt 3D on this fine Sunday afternoon / evening. I actually think I have good audio, good video for a change. No audio problems. Hey, so let's go ahead and see. Let's make sure that we have sound. I do. If I unmute this, oh, we do have good sound. Look at that. That's awesome. So we had a few early birds tonight. Jose, you weren't the first like. Oh, too bad. Maybe next week. You just got to get up a little earlier. Actually, you don't have to get up. It's actually nighttime for you, right? So hello, Jose. Hello, Death Cube. Death Cube. Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder version 2. I've never tried the Enraged Rabbit yet. So Jack Black is here. Nick. Sergio HVAC. Hello. Who else? Zenbender. Hello. Been a while. Hi. How are you? And David Wilson. David Walton. Help if I could read. David Walton. Hello and welcome. So as you guys, how many people do we have on now? We have 14 people on. That's good. That's pretty good for a Sunday night. Cliff D is here. Hello, Cliff D. Let me turn this light on. It might help brighten things up just a little bit there. So as you kind of read in the video description, I'm waiting for a part. I ordered a beacon probe for this printer, and I'm waiting on that probe. I was hoping it would be in this week, but it wasn't. So I'm hoping it'll be in next week. We'll see. I know they have a newer version of the beacon probe, but I ordered the original version. I couldn't justify the extra expense, and the original version will work just fine on this. And so we're waiting on that. I've got a camera I want to put up tonight and see if you guys will like the better close-up camera views it gives me. Congrats on the 2K, and thank you for that. And also, I just wanted to kind of not celebrate, but just say that I did hit 2,000 subscribers last week. Thank you very much. I think I'm up to 2005 or 2000 and something now. But it's been a long time coming. It's been 2 years or a year to get to the 2,000 mark from the 1,000 mark. But thank you very much, everybody. And I'm hoping through 2024 that's going to grow even faster as I start to produce more videos as well as live streams. But I'm not going to depend on live streams for growth as much as I have been, because nobody wants to sit through a 2-hour live stream after the fact. So we'll be doing more videos, and hopefully that'll increase viewership, watch time, and hopefully subscriptions. We'll see if that happens. Thank you, Dirt Clodimus. Hello, and thank you, Dirt Clodimus. Dirt Clodimus. That's hard to say. I'm just going to call you Dirt. Hey, Rex Waldy. Hello. So yeah, I do have some more wiring to do on this while I'm waiting for the beacon probe. It just means that I'm not going to wire up to the hot end until the beacon probe comes in, because I don't want to run the drag chain and then have to run everything through it again, or the beacon probe cable through it again. So we will kind of do that at the same time when the probe is in. Dirt works good. I will call you Dirt. We'll get down and dirty. What camera are you waiting for? I'm not waiting for a camera. I'm waiting for a beacon probe to probe the bed. I do have the camera I'm going to put on tonight for my close-up is the Insta360 Link. I'm going to throw this one on, and that's what you're looking at right now. But I wanted it for my close-up camera. These other cameras are great. This one was on sale, by the way. These other cameras right here, you can kind of see the edge of it right here, are great, but they're manual focus, and then I am always having to focus them. So my goal is to get autofocus cameras everywhere. So in other words, the overhead camera right here, it's an autofocus camera. So if I bring something up close to it, it's going to automatically focus on it. And just like so, we come down and it's going to focus on what's below. So I kind of prefer the autofocus because it's kind of little clunky when I have to move the camera over, and then I have to fiddle with the focus. And then with my eyes being what they are, looking at the screen over here, the large screen I'm seeing you guys on, or the little one over here, sometimes it's not really in focus, even if I think it's in focus. So Thanks so much, Sergio. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was exciting to get to 2K. So long time coming. So next goal, 3K. And then, before I know it, maybe I'll be up at 5K. Hey, that'd be cool. But I have to kind of create more content and shorter content in order to do that. I know that. So, and we've got hopefully got some other stuff. We have a 3D printer coming to me. I'm not going to say the name or anything yet because I want to make sure it's in my hands. But it's something I've been teasing about it on X, formerly Twitter, a little bit. It's a bed slinger, yes, but it's a really cool looking printer, and if it performs as well as it looks, I'm excited to show it off and see what it does. But and then of course the news this week that we've been all seeing is the teaser from Bambu. They have this new one coming out on the 14th, which turns out it's the Bambu version of a bed slinger, and it's probably around the same size as an Ender 3 standard build plate, but it's a Bambu bed slinger, which I think is going to be a premium bed slinger with the speeds of Bambu and the quality that we've come to expect with Bambu printers. So that should be good. Thank you so much, Shadell. I appreciate that. And BB's 3D, I appreciate that as well. Thank you, guys. I wish I could do some sort of a giveaway to celebrate my 2000, but I haven't been contacted. Mind you, it's me. I haven't reached out to any companies and asked them that, but I'm thinking maybe 2,500. I will think about doing a giveaway for that. Atlantic Adventures, hello. Welcome to the stream. So I'm gonna just before we're gonna do a bit of wiring, but I want to just throw this camera up and just see how well it works. Now I don't know how it's going to work as far as the control dashboard works with two of these, unless it's going to give me two dashboards or it's going to let me switch between them. I really don't know, but I'm just going to quickly throw this thing up. Not throw it up, but we're going to put it up and see. It came with a free cool little tripod stand, which basically opens up and we can extend it like so. So it's perfect for the desktop for doing those upper, higher, and lower shots for the close-ups. So we'll just throw this together real quick. Just ordered an Elegoo Neptune 4. What are they like? Junk good? What's the good, bad, and the good? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Elegoo Neptunes. Atlantic. Somebody in chat probably is. I've never had experience with them myself, so I could not honestly answer that question for you. Whoops. Love the static on these little protector covers they put on these things. Come on. Mika Steve, hello. Thank you very much. Hello. Sorry if I miss you guys. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat right over here as well. Atlantic Adventures, have you been here before? Your name? I don't recognize your name. And if you're new, please subscribe. You can help me get that count up to 2,500. But we're just going to whip this together real quick. And fortunately, it comes with a USB-C to USB-A adapter because I do not have more than one USB-C port on my computer. Uncle Jesse YouTube channel. Joseph Jolly. Hey, Joseph Jolly. Uncle Jesse YouTube channel. Yes, Uncle Jesse showed off that. There's a few of them out there that have the new, I think it's called the A1, and they showed off the printer. So there we go. Got a fairly good length cable for this, which should work because I got to reach from there over to sort of here. I may end up putting a little longer cable on this, but let's just see what happens. So we're going to replace, I'm going to keep this floor camera going. I will replace this one right here for this moment, for this trial. Let's just go ahead and take this off. And I know this isn't really like a stream about cameras, but hey, and I didn't have time to do this earlier. I had a lot of stuff going on this weekend. So we'll just unplug this one here for now, and we'll just toss this cable over that side. And I may use this for something different down the road. Okay. You had a name change. Your Newfound Drone Productions. I used to have a Bambu Lab P1P. Oh, cool. You used to have a P1P? You got rid of it? I like my P1P. I like my P1S. They have been very good printers for me. Yeah, this cable's kind of short. I'll end up getting myself a little longer USB-C cable. Let's plug her in and see what happens. So it's lit up. Whoa, it does this little thing. Love it, love connection. There we go. Some reason my camera stopped. We still have connection there. Let's see. Gary T. How long have I been streaming? I started about 15 minutes ago, Gary. Just kidding. 3 years. 3 years, Gary, which is a long time to take to get 2K, but it's due to my live content versus my non-live content. So, but hello and welcome, Gary T. Atlantic Adventures 10 minutes. OBS didn't like it. No, it was just it just disconnected my cameras really quick for some reason. Oops, yeah. When was your first stream? My first stream was we just celebrated my 3rd year of streaming. Actually, I missed it, but back in November was my 3rd year of streaming, and I've come a long way. I watched some of my early videos, and I had no clue what I was doing. So, how do I get this camera to start in here? Now, I think what I need to do is possibly, bear with me 1 second, folks. Thank you so much, Ballistic Tech. Appreciate that. Let me move that over here. Let me see if I can just add a new camera. Let's go ahead and add, and we're going to call this one. We're going to call this one, let's call it a Insta 360-2. And then okay. Now if I go ahead, okay, it's dark, and I know you guys can still hear me, you just can't see me yet. So let's go ahead and add a video source to this. Bear with me 1 second. Video capture device. We're going to add a new one, which is going to be called, I'll just call it Insta2 because I can't give it the same name. And we are going to call it, we're going to find it. It's going to be this one. Yeah, it's the one. There we go. Look at that. And then we're going to, resolution is going to be custom, and it has to be 1920, and okay. There we go. It's live. It is good, cool. So, and it's, as I say, it's going to be autofocus. So it should really be really cool, and it looks fine. Looks good. If I come close up, let me bring an object up here that's really close. If I come up really close, it should focus on that. Look at that. And it's nice fast focus, and I can get really close with it. There we go, and take it away, and yeah, I love that. Very fast autofocus. So this will be a great. Now the only thing I need to also figure out on this one, and like on this one, is I have, if you look at the screen right now, you can see at the very bottom, right here, where my mouse is rolling around, that's the control panel that is the control panel shrunk down for the one camera. Now, I don't know if I just have to have 2 control panels open for this one or not, but we'll see. But anyways, this one's okay for now because I can always just switch to this one. Where did my chat go? I just lost my chat window. Oh, no. Oh, I know why I lost my chat window. But yeah, I can always just go into OBS for now and switch to this one until I get it programmed on my Stream Deck. And then we can just use this sort of as a, and I can actually come up a little higher with it. And then you guys can kind of see what I'm doing while I'm working down over here. And it should always be in focus. I really, really like this. So there we go. Jack Black. Hello. Okay, anybody else new join yet? No, nobody new. 21 viewers. That's awesome. I'm assuming I'm going to have 21 likes, but I'm not going to look. So for now, let's go ahead and see where we're going to go on this. Now, I said I was going to get some of these tedious electronic stuff done during the week, and I lied. I didn't. I had a lot of other little things going on during the week. So last week we basically ran the cables from the bed. We threw the drag chain for the bed down here. This is where I want to switch to this camera. I need to find out. There we go. Oh, don't knock it over. Yeah, so last week we threw the drag chain on here, and we ran the wires from the bed down the drag chain. I realize I have to lengthen some of the wires. Now, I have a couple options here. I can totally undo all this and undo all the wiring that's going to the bed, because I need to lengthen some wires to make it to the the solid state relay, and over to the breakout port over here, or the what do you call these? Not the Wagos, but it's the distribution, over here where we're plugging in all the electronics. I can either do that, or I can move this over here. And I can move this over here, move my power supply. I can basically invert everything I have here to make it that little bit easier. And I'm wondering if I should do that, or if I should just it's almost like things here are kind of in here backwards, because the SSR and the little whatever you want to call these things here, these should be over here on this side, and the rest of this stuff should be. So I'm almost thinking I need to switch this over to this DIN rail and this over to this DIN rail. And that wouldn't be too hard to do, because I don't have a whole lot wired up to it right now. And that would save me a lot of hassle. That just means I've got to run my motor wires around, but they're all long enough. They're all way too long. So I think that's what I may do. Jose is in a lot of streams. He definitely is. Shadell, you're banned. You're not allowed to be here. DC load should be the shortest. Yes, there you go. So that kind of, or if I move this up a little closer here, that tells me that really what I should do is take and move this all over. Because if I move the SSR over to here, I don't have to lengthen anything. Now, the only thing I may have to lengthen is the wires here that go to the main board. So, or no, these wires actually are going to this. Yeah, I honestly think I need to switch all these things over. And as I say, it's not too difficult to do. So why don't we do that? I still haven't found, I still have not found my mini screwdriver head. Remember last week, I dropped this, and I still haven't found the actual tool that came out of that. And I don't think if it dropped on the floor, I did a great job of dropping it, and it went somewhere, like, I mean, into the void, because I do not see it. I couldn't find it on my floor, and I'm still not able to find the thing. So, which really annoys me, because I don't have another little screwdriver. Other than that, I did find one little one last week, but I don't remember where I put it. What size is this? 250 or 300? This is a 250, Brent. I have a 300 2.4 down on the floor in front of me here. Yeah. You watch the same streams. There's a lot of people. I see a lot of the same faces on a lot of the streams, which is awesome. Let me find, I think this little screwdriver will work for what I want here. So we're going to move these. We're going to switch these around. No, that will not work for that. I need to get me a proper screwdriver, which I have, but yeah. I really need to find that handle. That's really annoying me, because that's my go-to screwdriver for these little screws here. I wonder if it fell off that end. Like, I'm just, sorry guys, I'm quite annoyed for the fact that I cannot locate that thing. I don't know if this will fit in these holes. No, it doesn't, because I don't have little screwdrivers. I have that one set, and really what I need to do is get a backup set, because for when I lose a piece. iFixit isn't magnetic except for the tip. Yeah, Imagine dropping an M3x3. Oh, I've dropped screws. Professor Sleeper, hello. Is this camera Insta360 link? It is. This is an Insta360 link, and this one that I just hooked up is an Insta360 link. So if you're familiar with these cameras or not, these things are amazing. They are extremely fast focus. Let's see, will it focus on this? It still wants to focus on the things behind it. But for the most part, if I put this behind it, it focuses very fast. Why is that not focusing? Come on. Did I jinx it? Anyways, believe me, they do focus fast. It's just yeah. They are great cameras for the studio. They're meant to be video chat cameras, but let me just, I gotta bend down here and look. I gotta find this handle that I dropped last week. I'm just gonna go around, see if it dropped off the front of my bench. Because I'm kind of useless without that thing. And the thing is, if I don't find it, what'll happen is I'll order another set and I will find it after the other set arrives. But if it's from Amazon, I can return it, which is fine. But it just disappeared. It is like it's gone into the void of all voids. It is not anywhere to be found. So, but I do need a little small screwdriver in order to remove those screws. So, see what I can find here. This one might work. Let's see if this will do what I need. Yeah, this will do it. There we go. This one works. This is just a tiny little, yeah, just a ton. It's one of these tiny little ones that comes with the hot end sometimes. Check the fascia around the top as well. You use one for teaching online. Yeah, they're great cameras, Professor. I'm just going to call you Professor. That sounds really cool. Yeah, they're really great ones. No contrast. Yeah, that's what it was, Jose, for sure. Check out on the metal legs as well. It wouldn't have stuck to the metal leg unless it went inside. No, it's not that strong a magnetic that it would have stuck to a metal leg, but I'll do a deep search for it one day. I'll actually get my flashlight out. Actually, let me just, if it blends in with the rug. The whole kit fell right here, and it's gone. Like it's unless it rolled. Anyways, it'll pop up eventually. So what we'll do here is I should be able to pop off my power supply here. Well, let me get the SSR off here first. Okay, there's the SSR. We're just gonna reverse things on here, and I should have thought of that when I did it, but I was just, I don't know. My first time doing the inverse electronics on this thing, right? So inverted electronics. You can lose an elephant in a phone booth, can't we all? Can't we all? Okay, and Raspberry Pi. We should be able to pop off quite easy. There we go. So we got our Pi off. Main board. Come on. There we go. Main board's off. And there's our little distribution module, whatever you want to call it. Pi. Pi. And these ones these ones down here, these guys here, I don't even know, what do you actually call those things? These ones here, all these different color ones, what's the name of these things? Anyways, they got to be unscrewed as well. That one I can use this one for. terminal blocks. There you go. That seems pretty simple. You got 2 videos. Hey, John, how are you? Wasn't sure what to expect with the title of a probe and a camera. Oh, John. Why am I not surprised that come from you? Well, and you're just if you weren't here at the beginning and you're not aware, it's that this is we added a camera here, the one you're looking at here, and we're still waiting for the probe for the hot end. Now, how the heck did I get this on, and why isn't it coming off as easy? That's okay. Life isn't meant to be easy anyways. So we're going to go red, blue, and neutral. And these ones just come off by like so. Oh, man. Shake it. Slide it, yeah. Yeah, these things may have a locking screw. I've got to double check. Whoops. Oh, they do have a locking screw. There we go. Just get that wire out of there. Now, there's the screws in the middle that join them together. But those are not locking them in place. Those are just keeping them joined. And I believe for these, I have to, there's a spring release here, so I just have to go like that. And that comes off. And then the same for these. I just have to kind of do that spring release. Actually, I think this is meant to have a little screwdriver pop in there. And that'll pop up. And that'll pop up. And then there we go. They come off that way. There we go. So I didn't have to loosen these ones, actually. These are these ones here that are in the middle. These are just sort of, these are what kind of keeps them connected together. And also connects the power to them together. So, or the, you know, what I mean, the same circuit type thing. Then we got the gray one in between. And so these ones, again, should just pop off the same way I did that. Just by so, and like so. There we go. There's the blue one and the green one. The green one, I believe, does have a locking connector. Yes, because it's ground. It has metal. It's got metal grips that grip the DIN rail. And then they screw off and they just pop off. So that one has the metal grips on it. And they do lock in with a screw. Like so. See if that'll focus. Come on, camera. You're almost there. I think I have to do the software update for this camera in order for it to focus properly. Shake it, slide it, twist it, pop it. Yeah, exactly. And then last but not least, the other neutral ground, or the gray one, which is sort of like an end cap. And there we go. Oh, and that one does have like a little locking screw on it here too. I see how that's working. Okay. These ones I think are just like placeholders. We got that off, and then we just got to get the power supply off. Go ahead and get rid of those. Get rid of these wires for the stepper motors for now. So yeah, we're just kind of redoing the whole base here. And these ones, oh, don't tell me the releases are on this side. There we are. There's the power supply. Okay, so we're basically starting bare here. No, I'm not talking about your dog bear, John. Okay. Oh, we dropped 18 viewers. Somebody found it boring. That's fine. Okay, so over here is where we want The SSR has got to be over here, because that's where we're coming. All our heat bed wires are coming down on this side. And this is going to the main board. And this is going to the SSR from the, and that's going to go into the little power strip that we just took off. So the SSR can go on this end like so. Okay. Kind of just opposite of the way I had it. Let me just look here. Bear with me. Yeah, so we want the SSR, then we want those terminal connectors, and then the power supply. Okay. There we are. Probe and a new camera starting there. Mine's out of the gutter, folks. No. Okay, so now we're going to put one of these back on here. Let's go back in this way. So that can sit pretty close to the SSR. And then the order of the colors for that, I want to make sure I get that right. We are going to be red, blue, green. Red, blue, and green. So red ones go on next. Like so. Then we put the gray. This is just like a block to block the color, or block so that we don't short from side to side. Let's get that in there. Come on. Or am I on the wrong side? No, this should work on this side. Should line it up properly here. There we go. And then the blue, like so. Let me put the other gray one on. There it is. Then we have our green and our green. These are our ground and our ground. So this one's going to have to be tightened in. And the next one. So let's screw these in. Actually, I think we got to go the other way around. Let's see. I don't think it really matters. No, don't think it really matters. Come on. I really need to find that other screwdriver. There we go. And our other end block. There we go. That'll just kind of snug things in. Hey, 3 pneumatic vents. There we go. We're all tight and snug as a bed and a bug. Okay, and then the power supply. I believe it was the power supply nexus. Let me make sure. Yeah, then the power supply. Okay. And that's going to go like so. I hope it's going to go. That motor might be in the way. That motor is going to be in the way, this motor for the power supply. So, unless I, hang on, let's see if I can get under that. I can't quite get under that. So what we're going to do, no fears here, no worries here. We're just going to move. Let's remove this raceway in here because we're going to move this whole thing over. I should have done that right to begin with. And I've already drilled the bottom of the board. So hold on a minute. Let's see if I can get away with something else here. No, I can't. This is going into here. This is going to the mains. Now maybe I can get away with still leaving the mains over here. Or can I? Let's see. That is going to go. Yeah, maybe I can get away with leaving this here. Steve Machado, you'll start your try down on the bench tomorrow. Cool. If you're doing inverse electronics like this, just be sure to don't mess it up like I have here. Let's make sure. I think the power supply will be fine here. This has got to go into the, this has got to reach over to here though. All I got to do, well in this case, all I can do, yeah, is this is going to have to reach over to the terminal blocks, which is a bit short, but I can actually I can make new wires for this. Because yeah, the power supply is not going to go here because of the stepper motor. I should have had everything shifted, but then I'd run out of room on this side either way. Although there might be more room, but I suppose I could just shift everything over, keep the power supply where it's supposed to go. But I think I can get away with it here. And then the main board here. And then let's see. Over here, so I'm looking at this diagram here just so you know. Because we're supposed to have the main board and the Pi and the breakout board on the same rail. So in that case, I could I can still move this here. I can still have the breakout board. So if I move this ahead, no, man, this is messed. I'm going to have to move everything over in order to do this properly. Yeah, damn. It's always something. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to move everything right over because I really want the power supply to go right here. Yeah. Okay, well, let's just do that. Let's do what we got to do. Let me just add something here real quick. Let's add this. Let's go like this. Hey, hello. I'm just going to shrink this down just to be kind of like so. There we go. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is just shift everything kind of over a bit, which sucks because I've got to take my raceway off. Because that'll just get in the way, and I'll have to add a new piece after because this will not come off peacefully. Although it's going to come off easier than the last one did. Maybe not. That was just my hand hitting the bed. No worries. It's all good. Don't try this at home, guys. I'm just going to get a helper here. As I say, as other people say, I make the mistakes so you don't have to. Okay, that's what we're doing here. Live and learn. Unfortunately, there's no way to get this off and save it when you use this good VHB tape. So it is what it is. Doo-doo-doo. So we just take it off bit at a time. Just beamed in to see you get hurt. Didn't take long. David, how are you, my man? How are you, my friend? Good to see you. NGX20, hello. Tuned in just in time. Yeah. I kind of messed up when I placed my items on this board. So I'm just correcting my error. And in order to correct my error, there we go. Correcting my error sometimes involves a little bit of pain. There we go, we got that off. No worries, we have more of that somewhere. And if we don't, it's easy to get that. So now I have to kind of shift everything over. And the reason I'm doing this is I need to fit the power supply here, and the power supply is too close to this motor, too close to this center motor. Whoops. Yeah. This is VHB tape, Jose. It's extremely. Now that would have been a lot worse had it been on there another month. I would have had a next to impossible, a really hard time getting that off. So I got to undo this screw here. Let's just see here. Hold on. I have a nut underneath here. Yeah, I got to grab my nut because I got that bottom plate secured in here really well. So we're going to use. Let's see which one I need. I think it's the. What's this? The 6 mil? Yeah. No, it's a 7 mil I need. Okay. 7 mil. Great little toolkit here, by the way. Okay. So yeah, I made this mistake on purpose, actually. Yeah, that's the ticket. I made it on purpose just to show you guys what's got to be done. If you know, yeah. Is that still not the 7 mil? Son of a gun. Must be the 8 mil. And we want to loosen it. Okay, here we go. That's the one. I'm taking this bottom piece off because I need to move my DIN rails over. Yeah, I know. Somebody out there saying, this guy has no clue what he's doing. You're probably right. There we go. Hey, Jack Faxon, how are you? First mod you've seen for it is a black to square the tool head after it picks it. Huh? It's a weak point in the design. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of lean this up just to get at these other ones, because what I did is I secured the DIN rails to the bottom plate to keep the bottom plate in place. Now I'm going to have to re-drill some holes. That's okay. It's all hidden, all this stuff. Come on. There we go, and two more. And I believe I'm going to have to remove the SSR to get at that last one. I am. That's not the end of the world. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, and the bottom plate will just drop out. Okay, no big deal. We'll just pull this out for a minute. Okay, so now that whole meaning was to move these rails over. So the main board's going to go on this one. So we're going to have the main board kind of over here. So to move these, I need to loosen off. Is this the right one? It is. We're going to loosen off this. Loosen off over here. These are the mounts for the frame for the inverse electronics for the DIN rails so that you can have them lower. So we're going to move that. Now this has got to move over. Let's see. How much can we go? We can probably go a fair bit. Yeah, we can probably go right to there. And then we're going to loosen these ones. I'm not worried about symmetry or anything with this, so. And then I'm going to slide this one over to the point where I can fit the power supply, which is right about, I can probably come back a little bit more. Right about there. That's where I want it. Okay, so we'll tighten these up right here. I'm going to eyeball them to make sure that they're kind of parallel, level, square, perpendicular. I don't know, whatever term I need to use. This wasn't what I had in mind for tonight's stream, but hey, why not? This was a celebrating 2,000 subscriber stream, checking out the new camera stream, and getting what I can done on this printer stream while I'm waiting for the Beacon Pro board. Okay, that is there. This, I believe, I've got lots of room over here for plugging in. I can probably squeeze this one over just a hair more. About there. I think that's good here. Let me just make sure so I don't end up doing this again. So we're going to have our main board. Then we're going to have above the main board I'm going to have the Pi, and then the main board's going to go a little further, and then we're going to have our breakout board down here, which is fine. Yeah, I think we're good. That gives us lots of room. Okay. Okay, that gives us lots of room. So we will snug these in position here. And let's get back to chat. Getting a lot of ads. Oh, weird. Okay, I don't control that. I do have this as a, and I apologize for that. I do have this as a monetized stream. I did not know they ran ads during a live stream. I didn't know that, and I apologize. I'll have to, I think I have the ability to control that. But I have to look into that. Okay, and this is good. Okay, so now what I need to do is get this bottom plate in place and redo those holes. So this is going to be, that's the back, that's where everything comes out. So this is going to come under like this, like so. And then gotta get all these wires out of here. Okay. And the plate's going to come up and kind of sit like, can I reuse those irons? No, I can't. So we're going to sit up in position right about there. So I need my little marker. Mark these holes. So remember, I'm doing this to show you guys what not to do when doing a build. Just sit under there. Let's see. I need to find something to support this underneath. Ah, man. Let's try this method. Let's try this method. Hang on. Bring it up on its side here. I just have to hold this in place to mark the holes here. There we go. There we go. No ads for Jack? Okay, interesting. So Jeff, maybe you're just the lucky chosen one. I'll have to look into that though. I apologize for that. Okay, so we're gonna grab our drill. Just drill a few holes here real quick. And I believe I want the 5.5 millimeter. 5 millimeter should be the one I need. Yeah, there we go. Just quickly drill a few of these through. Here, hang on. What am I doing? Hang on. That's why we have this. Just make sure that's the right size. And it is. Good. None here either. You're using a browser. Oh, okay. Interesting. Sounds better. Sounds worse than it is. Sounds like the whole thing's cracking, but it's not. It's just breaking through with the drill. It's just a really like a clicky sound. Okay, and 3 more. Unos, dos, tres. Tres more. There we go. Okay, that should be all the holes we need for that. Okay. Let's put this drill bit back into our 3D printed drill holder. Look at that. No, that wasn't a sponsored ad. Like y'all are getting. Okay, why are you not cooperating now, camera? I really have to, oh man, this is annoying. Let me switch back to this one. I haven't got the software fully configured for that camera yet. Maya's Tres. There we go. You got vanilla chrome. Really? Is that better than chocolate chrome? Sorry, you couldn't resist. Okay. Let's get my mouse out of the way. Let's go ahead and position this. Of course, I got you backwards. Oh, that's because you're supposed to go this way. Right, like that. There we go. Okay. Let's get this started. No, I got you backwards again, don't I? Or do I? Oh, come on. Do I have that right? I'll work this out for her in the back. I think this is fine. Oh, that is, yeah, I think that's fine right here. Barking dog, yelling child. Sounds like a movie, doesn't it? Dog's upstairs barking, and I can hear Ethan yelling at him. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not through the microphone. I don't know if it cancels that out. Okay. Get that started. Get another one on here, and then we're good to go. Hey, non-fam. We're just screwing the bottom in case you're wondering and you're just joining or watching or curious. Because I had to redo the bottom because I had to remove the DIN rails because I had to make room for the main power supply where I wanted it to go. And I didn't quite have it in the right position. So we do what we got to do when we got to do it. And there's one nut there. Of course, I'm missing. Where did the other parts go to? Where did you roll to? You didn't roll on the floor. There you are. Whenever possible, use your chin to help hold things up. And one more. Of course, where is the last piece? Did we roll? This is just typical of me. Did I drop it? Man, no, I didn't drop it. Where are the last pieces? Jeez. Well, let's tighten the rest of them up for now anyways. And we'll find them. Hey, Nino. No worries. I'm always here, always around, always losing things. Just like right now, I'm missing a nut and a bolt. Like go figure. Oh well, I'll find it, or I'll just grab another one out of my kit. Wherever that screwdriver handle is where I'll find the nut and bolt. You watch. As he precariously balances his trident on two legs. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got the base all back on. I'm not going to worry about that nut and bolt for now. I can put them in later. This is being held in fine right now. They were right here. Anyways, maybe they did slip onto the floor. Okay, so now we can go ahead and put our power supply in place. Let me get this camera going here, this other one working. I'm stubborn. All you got to do is stay focused right there. There we go. There we go. Is that so hard? No. So now the power supply will fit. Like so. That's fine. We can put our SSR back on. Okay, now our SSR back on. Power supply. Lots of wires because I didn't. Okay, and then we have the Pi board and the breakout board. Okay. Raspberry Pi. I want this one to go on so I can access the micro SD card from in there, so that's fine. No, I'll go the other way. Hang on a minute. Yeah, that should be fine. I can run wires around and in here. Main board. like so. See if I got that the right way around. I do. Okay. I do. And then the breakout board. And we have the plug going at which end? We have the plug facing towards the power supply. Okay. So this is going in here like so. So there we go. So there we have everything kind of re-put into place here. So we have our breakout board, our mains, our PI, our power, our terminal, and our SSR. I don't know if I'm going to have room to put one of those Doomer thingies in. Now, it looks like the PI. Yeah, it's kind of... Oh, I see what's going on here, too. They have the DIN rails going the other way as well. No, they don't. No, they're going the same way. The only difference is we need to have these plugs facing inside. So I'm going to get this off and turn that around so that we are looking like that. There we go. Whew. All that work for nothing. No. Look under the car in the dead center where you can't reach, and that's where they always go for you. Exactly. Nuno, rebuild is going pretty good. Got the inverted electronics mod, yeah, which is nice, but I had things on the wrong side. I had to move my DIN rails a bit to accommodate the power supply. It's been a nightmare, but you know what? It's coming together. So it's coming together, and I think we can actually start putting a few things in place again now. So what we'll do right now is we'll get these mains wires put back in place here. So let's go ahead and do that. Dang, where's my little screwdriver? It's going to drive me nuts, and you guys are going to hear me say it a few times before the night's out. So sorry. Okay, there's our earth. And we have our blue, which is our neutral. Come on. There we go. And then we have our red, which is our live. Live from New York. It's Sunday night. Okay, there we go. We have that in. Okay, and then now we've got to go. Now it's going to make a little more sense for the stepper motors. Well, it's not really, because they're still going to be really, really long wires. So, yeah, there is that. There is always that. Okay, let's turn this around. This is going to our mains, which is going to be, oh, I don't know. Probably, where are we? This is on the back. I'm probably going to have the main switch over on this side. So we'll just tuck this out of the way for now. I can't put that on until I get the skirt put on. I haven't printed the skirt yet. I'll have that tucked out of the way. Okay. Now, I'm just going to grab, sure. There we go. Just sorting some wires here. Exciting stuff. So coming down from the odd end, and this was the, this one we're going to unclip here. So we're going to reroute these stepper motor wires again, which is fine. That is just fine. Let's get them out of the way for now. There we go. Oh, this is when I wish this wire was a little bit longer for this camera. So, because I can't do much there, let me go ahead and do this. let's go to this one, and we will get some focus and we'll get some light. There we go. Okay, so we have these wires coming out of our bed. Okay, so we have the blue, green, and brown, which are to do with the bed. Green is the earth. Brown is so the brown is going to go to the SSR. The blue is going to go to the terminal, and so is the yellow. The earth is going to go to the terminal as well. I'm pretty sure I remember how this all wires up, but I will double check the diagrams anyways. But that's why now I can put these in over here without having to have lengthened the wires. These should fit just fine. Oh, they're going to be a little stretched, but they'll be fine. There's the earth coming from the bed. And we have our blue, which is our neutral. There we go. And then we have the brown. Let's get rid of it. Take this SSR cover off for a moment. We have our brown, which is our live, coming off the bed, and that's going into the SSR. Little screwdriver right here. Now I'm going to double check and make sure that I have everything in here correct, because the last thing I want to do is have an issue with that. So let's go to the display. Let's go to our wiring diagram, and I believe it is, it's coming up here. Well, maybe it's already been done. Hang on. Right there. Okay, number one is my, so let's see, number one, this is going over into the live in here, okay, which is fine. We got to hook that up yet. Number two is the one that I just hooked up from the bed. Number 3 and 4 are going over to the mains, or to the main board into the bed heater plug right there. Okay, so that kind of makes sense to me now. Okay, so we're going to take the, from the SSR number 1 into the mains here. Live mains. There we go, into the SSR. This one's coming from the bed into the SSR. Okay, which is fine. And then this one coming out of the SSR, we have a positive and a negative coming out of the SSR that are going to the terminals on the main board over here, which is the hot end heater, HE2, HE3, and I believe it's going to be HE0. Which one are we hooking up to here? Controller. So it looks like we're going into the first one, which is HE0. HE0. Then stretching for you, hit the car, dropping greasy crap in your eyes, rub your eyes, and wife asks, why did you start wearing mascara? See you later, Jose. Sorry I missed you there. Have a nice night and get some good sleep. Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm putting that into the right spot. So we go from the SSR over, around, and we go into the first two terminals, and it's positive, and then negative, it's HE0. Okay. So we're going to go into this one and this one. I'm going to make sure that it is definitely positive and negative, and that's HE0. So it's this guy here. This guy here. So we have our positive. Screw that in. Okay. And the one right next to it. negative. Right there. Okay, snug as a bug. We'll worry about the wire management afterwards. Then we're going to take from our main power supply, and we're going to come into the end here. Probably come a little closer to the pie. I can probably move the pie a little bit further down. Come down here, give me some room down there. Okay. And we're going to pop this off. And we are going to the controller. So we're going red, red, red. We have 3 reds and a black, which is correct. And we're going into we're going positive, negative, positive, positive. So what we're doing is we're going into 2, 3, 4, and 6. And it's going to be black, red, red, red. 2, 3, 4, and 6. So we're going into this one. Let me just make sure. 2, 3, 4, and 6. And I just want to make sure I'm on the right. Yeah, okay. This one's weird. It's not color coded like the other board I had. So 2, 3, 4, and 6. And then 2 is red, 3 is black. Okay. So 2. And again, I will be double checking all of this before I power up just to ensure that I'm going into the correct locales. So we don't end up getting shocked. 2 and 3. 4. And 6. Okay, so let's just be sure. We have 2, 3, 4, and 6. That looks about right to me. Okay. Okay, that looks good. So this going over. Okay. Going to get messier yet. Trust me. Now, stepper motor wires. Let's go through that again. We already went through that once. Actually, I can cover up the SSR now. We've got the SSR kind of all put into place. So we can put that back on. So we got all of our main power and our bed heater and everything hooked up. Now it's a matter of putting any of these, just getting these wires in their proper locations. One of these 2 down here is for the ZN stop. But if I'm using a beacon probe, I'm not going to need that. So, but we'll leave that wire kind of just out there for now until we can tuck it away, because with the beacon, I should not need a ZN stop. Okay. Let's see, anybody chatting about anything, or is everybody left? Oh, we still have a few people here. Awesome. Where'd my chat window go over here? There it is. Oh, where'd my Doom? Doop. There it is right there. Ah, okay. I lost one of my chat windows. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and continue the wiring there. Let's get our motors squared away here. Okay, Z1. Okay, let's go for the blue. Let's go for the B motor. Z1's the middle. So this is where I always get confused because this is showing it from the bottom and I'm doing inverse electronics. So we have Z0, or sorry, Z1 is the middle. Z0 is it's going to be the one near the pi. This is going to be Z0. This is going to be Z0, and this is going to be Z2, if that makes sense. And then, so if I'm looking at it upside down, we have our Z1, and if I come up, and according to that, if I go to my left, it's B, but that's going to be A, because I'm kind of looking at this backwards, correct? Yes. So this is my A motor. So my A motor and my B motor. So my B motor is going in the first one. So this is the B motor. This guy is going in this one here. So B motor is going in here. Watch, I'll guarantee I'll get one of these wrong. So B motor is going in there. That's not focused, is it? Hang on. Kind of hard to focus on everything. It's got a short shallow depth of field. Okay, my B motor's there. My A motor goes next to it. So this is going to be A over here. We're going to need to lengthen you a little bit because we kind of zip tied you from last time. There we go. A motor is going in here next to B. There we go. Wire management, I know, it's nasty. Okay, then next to that, then we have a gap, and then we have Z0. So Z1, so Z0 is going to be, it's the one next to the pi, Z0. So this is my Z0, which goes here. Right there. Next to Z0 is the pink one, which is Z1. Which again is tied up. We'll route these wires afterwards. Z1, and then that leaves us next to Z1 is Z2, which is this guy right here. Okay, there's our motors. Let's go ahead and try and tie these up a bit. Well, before I do that, let's go ahead and put in the where's the ZN stop? There's a Z stop. No, we want the bed thermistor. So the bed thermistor is here, and the bed thermistor goes bed thermistor's orange. It goes in that first port right there. So this should be this one right here. So the bed thermistor should be that guy there. Okay, that should be bed thermistor. Nozzle probe we're not worrying about right now. That's going to be controlled by the beacon. Okay, so I'm going to get this. This one's got to kind of get out of my hair for now. This is the one we're not necessarily going to be using. So for now, I'm just going to get it out of the way. Oh, come on. There we are. Okay, tuck that sucker out of the way for now. Quiet chat now. Good. Everybody's focused intently on what I'm screwing up. Okay. Always put your tools away properly. Okay, so we got our bed thermistor. We have our stepper motors. We're going to have to tidy these wires up eventually, but for now it is what it is. Okay. Now, so everything that's connected, everything that's coming down from the bed is connected. All my stepper wires are connected. My main power supply is connected. So the next thing to get going, it's going to be a little difficult with all these stepper motor wires hanging out here. Actually, I can shorten these ones because these ones are coming from the Z0 and Z2. So these ones I can go ahead and organize a little bit. Yeah, I really should shorten these, but too much hassle. So let's just get these out of the way. Okay. Okay. Those are kind of tucked out of my way. And I'm not really concerned about how pretty it looks under the hood. So it's all a matter of getting everything in there. I got that under there. Let's move that. Okay. Now let's tie you in with this one somehow, just temporarily. Thank God for zip ties, I'm telling you. They're dirt cheap. I just buy them at a dollar store now, and they're dirt cheap because I tend to use them a lot, and then I cut them off because they're just used as placeholders. There we go. Although with the way this build's going, this may just be how they stay. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, Rob Cooper. How are you, sir? Okay. So we got everything kind of sort of semi-organized here, everything that's in here. Now, basically what we need to do is we're going to go from the breakout board here to the main board. So this is everything that's coming up from the hot end down to here. So, man, that's taken a lot of the time tonight, but that's all right. This one here is the, what is this for? Oh, that's for the mains. Okay, yeah, this is going to go from here to the main, to our main power, which is probably going to go on the back side over here. But this is just going to basically go in the into the connector boards there. But I'll do that after, once I get the skirts printed and everything. So now we're going to look. So what we've done so far, we've got this all done here. So we've got our main power supply. We've got our solid state relay hooked up to our main board. We have already up here, we've done the stepper motors. Okay, they're all hooked up. As I say, I don't have the main, I don't even have the plug on there yet because of the way we're doing this. We have our terminals all in place. We have our terminals hooked up to our power supply, and we haven't done our earth frame point. We haven't grounded our frame yet, so we got to do that. As I say, this is coming. I've got to put the inlet on there yet, and that's what we got to do, is do our frame grounding. I think I have a screw built into the frame. Maybe I don't. I can just ground that over here. Yeah, I have a spot I can ground that to the frame, no problem. Hot end thermistor. Yes, hot end thermistor is in place. We've got all this done. Okay. And here's where we did the hot end the hot end thermistor. Oh no, that's all we're gonna do that as part of the breakout board here. That's all gonna be coming out of this. This is sort of where we're at right here, is where we're going to connect the breakout board now to the main board. Got an ATEM Mini a couple of weeks back. Cool, that's what I'm running here as an ATEM Mini. It's here, I'll show you. It's messy as all get out on my desk, but let's see. It's messy as all get out, but there's my ATEM Mini right there. Right now that's running one of my cameras, and then that's the display off the ATEM Mini. And yeah, look at that. There's all my messy desk there with all the wires and everything. Look at that. And then as you see in the back, there's my big display. There's the rat rig. There's my camera and my light. And there's where we're working on right now. And there's the rest of the studio behind me. Woo! There's me. So yeah. Okay. And I just lost my chat window by doing that. But that's okay, because we're going to switch to this camera anyways. Like so. I've got a little bit of time left here, and then I'm going to bring my chat window back up so I can keep an eye on what you guys are saying. There we go. Hot end thermal. Yeah, hot end thermal is going to come. Yeah, it was a bad thermistor that we had just plugged in here recently. So, okay, so now, the first steps, we are going to do the chamber thermistor, which we're not using. I believe the chamber thermistor was being used for the probe, which we're not going to be using either. So hot end thermistor. So now I got to dig through this pile of wires right over here. And one of these is going to say hot end thermistor. Well, why stop? Why not stop? Let's see what we have here. PCB fan. This is E-step. Extrusion motor. Okay, we'll get that one in eventually. This one is the hot end. Where's that going to go to? I got to think about that one for a minute. Somewhere in here, we're going to find a hot end thermistor plug. Part cooling fan. And filter fan. Come on, please be this one. No, that's the X end stop. And this is the ABL probe, which we're not going to need. Yeah, sure, the hot end thermistor's XY stop. Hot end thermistor is going to be the last one I find. You watch. Where the heck? I know it's here. I had all the wires here. What's this one? LED strip. We don't need you right now. I want the hot end thermistor plug. Is this it here? Hot end thermistor. We got it. Yay. Okay. So hot end thermistor is, that goes right next to the, goes next to the bed thermistor. This goes next to the bed thermistor right here. And this goes into, gosh, I wish I could read. Actually, I'm going to pop this board off. And come on, get off of there. You a little. Oh, this is a family channel, I swear. Okay. That was going that way. So, man, that's who used red ink on a blackboard. No offense, whoever did this, but anyway. So hot end thermistor, HE0, because sometimes diagrams hard to see. HE0 and HE1. Ground, XN stop. Okay, which way is this facing? Okay, that's facing that way. In towards, oh, this is kind of opposite facing. The diagram is kind of upside down. Okay. That's why it's kind of upside down. Man, hot end thermistor's the second one. Because I'm looking at a mirror image on the screen there. Dang. Second one, okay. So that means the hot end thermistor should be going into here. Okay, I'm going to wire it up and then I'll put it on the board. Because it's easier for me to look at it the same direction that it's showing in the instructions. Okay, so we have the hot end thermistor going in there, and then the red one is the extruder motor, which is pretty simple. I just saw that piece right here. Extruder motor. So that's going to be this one right here. There, and that was into, that's beside the last one here. So that is this stepper right here. Okay, extruder motor. And we have a blue one. That's the tool head cable. The orange one is the XY end stop cable. So the XY end stop cable, that's going right up to the tool head as well. So I'm not worrying about that. So we won't do the XY end stop cable yet. So here we are. We're on this one right here. So we've got the pink, which is the tool head, or the hot end thermistor. Green we're ignoring because we don't have a chamber thermistor. We've got the extruder motor on, and we're going to do the orange later and the blue. Those are running up to the tool head. So if we go next, here's where we get really complicated. Look at this. Make life easy for me. So the green one is the part cooling fan. Okay. So we saw part cooling fan here. Oh, wrong. Oh, did I lose my, there we are. There we are. Okay, part cooling fan, PCF. PCB. I want PCF. Don't give me no PCB. Z probe. Y end stop. X end stop. PCB fan. Probably this one. Part fan. There we go. Part cooling fan. So part cooling fan, according to the diagram. Okay, if we have this the way I had it, it is. Man, this does not make sense. It's showing this one. this one here, park cooling fan. And then on the board, it is green, and it is fan number 1. And we're going to double check these voltages after on these to make sure they're set at the right voltage as well before we power up. And the park cooling fan right there, number 1. Okay, I think that's a bit blurry in there. There we go. Okay. And then we need the pink, which is the hot end fan. HEF. It's going to be another red one, I believe. Thought I saw the hot end fan here. Probe. We've got a filter fan. PCB fan. XN stop. It's going to be red and black like that. Okay. Of course, I'm not finding it, but I can always use this one if I need to. Manta NCB1. Yeah. This Pi is powered from the main board, if I'm not mistaken. In this case, I'm not sure, but we're going to double check that. Can't find my park cooling fan. Or I'm sorry, my hot end fan. At the moment, unless that's the PCB fan, that might be the one that was on there. At least it'll work. It's the same wire and it's the right length. Let's just use that one for now for the hot end fan. And that's going to go in next to the park cooling fan. Right here, and that is going to the second fan controller, which is, come on, right here. I believe these are 5 volt. Let's see. These jumpers are all in the first, which I think is a 5 volt setting. But yeah, and that's where they're supposed to be. It's either the 5 or the 24 volt setting. I don't know. Orange, XN stop. And I did see that one. I did see the XN stop wire. I know I did. X stop right here. Okay, that goes orange. That's in behind the hot end fan. So that one is, see, this gets a little bit crazy. And that's the XN stop right there. Okay, and then that goes into, I think it's in the same bank as the thermistors are. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Orange goes in under. Second, third, first, second, third, fourth pin. So I believe that is first, second, third, fourth pin right there. Right there. Yep, and then the blue one is the YN stop. God, I gotta love all these wires. Blue one is the YN stop. So where's my YN stop wire? Right here. And the YN stop, it's blue. And it goes above the orange. That's one right there, and I'll double check. Yeah, that's the YN stop right here. And it goes right next to the XN stop, which is right here. Right there. Okay. Making progress. How many people have stuck around here? Let's just see. 23. Well, that's not bad. I can live with that. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we've done this part. We're not worrying about a Z probe again because we're doing the beacon probe. And if I'm not mistaken, the beacon probe plugs into the USB port of the main board. I will confirm that, but if I'm not mistaken, that's exactly what happens. Why do I have an overhead camera in the corner on this one? I don't know. Okay, we'll figure the cameras out later. So we got this part done. That's what it should look like. That's what it should look like. Mine looks like this. That's okay. Next, we are ether. Oh, really? That's it? That's coming from that board? I got everything in there? I guess I do. No end stops. No, because the Z is gonna the beacon probe is gonna act as my Z end stop. Yeah, sort of like on the rat rig. Same on the rat rig when we did the rat rig. The beacon probe, which is mounted below the hot end, that's going to be my Z end stop. It's my Z end stop and it's my probe. So I will not need a Z end stop other than that. I'm pretty sure that's exactly the way I did the rat rig. So, yeah. I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I will admit I am wrong. So the next steps are the PCB fan, LED strips, NeoPixel, an Ethernet, filter fan. I'm not going to worry about that yet. There are 3 Z motors, yes. Yes, there are 3 Z motors. And our motors are all plugged in. We have 1, 2, third Z motor here. They're all plugged in. The steppers are plugged in for those Z motors, but there is no. Yeah, 3 Z motors. Not sure where you're going, but unless I am totally missing something, I'm pretty sure I don't need that ZN stop installed when I'm using the beacon probe. Okay, and the rest is hooking up. Well, this is perfect because we're at 652. And the rest of the stuff, I really do need to get the skirt printed so that I can put in the PCB fan, the filter fan, and we can hook up our mains and our Ethernet, et cetera, et cetera. And then hopefully this week, the beacon probe comes in so that we can get all the wiring up to the hot end now. And that is basically that's this wire loom here. This is going to go from the breakout board that we just finished wiring here up to the hot end, and this is where I will run my beacon probe up along with this as well. So, yeah. This is that's about it. Now, yeah, with the I could use the what's it called, where I can run up with just 1 or 2 wires, but I just wanted to. I didn't want to get that complicated with this build. I will save that for another. I have that kit. It's called the. I'm terrible with remembering the names. CAN bus. Yeah, it's called the CAN bus. And I have one here. So basically with the CAN bus, you're basically just running this wire here up to the hot end. That's it, which is taking care of everything. And I have the board here for the CAN bus and everything. Maybe I'll do that update later, but right now it's been a little overwhelming for me, so I don't want to do it. But I do have the CAN bus from Big Tree Tech here for this. Maybe I'll put that on the 2.4. Maybe I'll put it on the rat rig. Who knows? But I do have it here for a future upgrade. But just to keep things simple for this one, as if it's been simple, I already did enough upgrades with this, with the bed and with the extruder, et cetera, et cetera. So I just wanted to keep it as simple as possible for now. So yeah. CAN bus. There you go, Stephen Machado. Yes. I've got to find this now really quickly. We only got a few minutes left here, anyways. What are these ones here, though? Z probe, which we're not wearing, and this one is the filter fan, which we've got to install, and this one is the LED strips, which we're going to install later. That's for our main power. I don't know why I have this one. Oh, I can. Oh, this one is probably. Where did I just put it? I probably use this one. Although I should use a green wire. This might just be for my ground. No, it's not. I've got to ground the frame to the terminal block here. Yeah, so we're just going to ground the frame. We'll just ground it right up here. Go from the terminal block here. We'll just run a ground onto the frame right here, which is fine. I've got a hammerhead in here, and we'll just screw it in. That'll be fine for the ground for the frame. As I said, this wire hanging in the back here is for the ZN stop, which we don't need. We're not going to need with a beacon probe. Or sorry, no, that's for the ZN stop, because normally you're going to have a little pin that sticks up in the back here for the ZN stop, but that's going to all be handled through the beacon probe. So that wiring is going to come up through the hot end loom, and yeah, so we are all pretty much caught up. Oh, we have a hot end plug here. We didn't get the hot end plug put in. Let's see, where's this supposed to go? I missed the hot end plug. Did I miss that in the instructions? Let's see. Probably did, because that plugs right into the. I did hot end heat. It's the red one. Aha! I missed one. Glad thing I looked. Glad thing I looked. Okay, so that goes into this one here. So that goes into right here. Actually, it's the only plug that'll fit in here. That goes into this guy right here. So that goes onto here, like so. And then that goes into the first two plugs on the main board here, which is our hot end. Now, I just want to make sure which way this is going to go. This is supposed to go, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it does matter. I'll hook that up later once I get the once I figure out where the bundle of wires is going to head up. I don't know whether I want to put this in here this way or whether I want to put it in this way. So you know what I mean. So, but when I do, it's just going to hook up to the end of the board here for the hot end, the heater for the hot end. So that's not a big deal. We got that. That's all settled. Okay. Doesn't level the bed, but tram to the probe. Yeah. Well, it's no different than it would be no different than the clicky probe or the one that's built into the hot end. I'm the tap or the clicky probe. Or any other probe, it's doing the same thing. It's going to do the it's going to level the bed by doing the 3-point leveling, and then it's going to do the mesh leveling of the bed. So, yeah, it's tramming to the probe, but it's going to do the same as any of the other probes would do. It's just instead of a probe, it's much faster because it's not actually touching anything. It is a I'm at a loss for words. It's well, you know what I mean. I forget words. I think it's because I'm getting old. But what's that called? Inductive? Not inductive. Is it inductive? Anyways, it scans the bed, basically bounces the frequency back to it, and it levels the bed that way. So yeah, that's the way that works. Eddy current. Thank you, Stephen Machado. Yes, eddy current. It uses an eddy current, but it does exactly what the other probes do, except the eddy current should be more accurate in doing it. So, yeah. Okay. Well, that kind of takes us to the end. I'm going to get this. I got to figure out how this little guy, which is the same as this little guy, but I want to be able to control them independently. So, like this one here, I can go ahead and let's see, where's my, there it is. So I can go, this one here, I can, for instance, I can zoom it right in, or I can zoom it right out, yada yada, with the controls. And then I have the little control where I can actually move it. Make me a liar. Why isn't it working? Oh, my computer just froze. I wonder if it's because I have two of them connected, but you should be able to connect two of these cameras on the same. There we go. So if I do that and then, yeah, it's not moving it for some reason. That's weird. Huh. Yeah. Something's going on with the two of them. I may be conflicting with one another. I'm not sure. The zoom works, so I can actually zoom on it. But the panning, it's got like one of these little like a, buttons. That's not working. So it's probably conflicting with the other camera, and I've got to figure out how to fix that. Yeah. So anyways, we'll get that all straightened out. But this is definitely going to be a better close-up camera because of the autofocus feature. Let me go ahead and shut that off. And these other little ones, they're good if you have them on a fixed focus and you don't want to move them, and you don't want to move them around, because then you have to fiddle with focusing them up all the time. So yeah. Okay, guys, listen, thank you so much for everybody that has stuck around. I do appreciate it. And hopefully that beacon probe comes in, and then we can go ahead and get the wiring up to the hot end. And then that's really all that's stopping us from doing some testing and test the motors and everything, and then getting this thing running. Other than my ugly mess of a wires here, which I'll try and straighten it up during the week, but I'm not overly worried about it. I'm not into the cosmetics of the wiring. When you get beautiful wiring, it's a beautiful thing, but sometimes you just don't want to take the time to do it. So, okay, everybody, have a wonderful week. We'll catch everybody next week, and I hope everybody stays safe. And yeah, and keep subscribing. Recommend me. I hit 2,000 subscribers. It was a great milestone for me this week, and I'd like to see that climb more and more and more. So until next Sunday, everybody, you have a great weekend, and great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.